I think that this is correct. So the arrow then should be in the layout. And the layout has this handle. Let's look upwards for the handle. Created pipeline layout. Ta-da. I believe the key already should include everything that is, well, used to create it. So might as well look here. Binding 0 is used in vertex stage. Binding 1 is used in vertex stage. Binding 2 is used in the vertex stage. And there is no binding 3. So yeah, I would say that's wrong. Why? But again, let's go higher up. Created object with handle and type. Suppose that's the last one. Yeah, realize pipeline layout. That's the one that actually makes it. Yeah, we pass to it binding 0, 1 and 2, I guess, not binding 3. And this is called from that state. It looks like, anyway. Realize, create or get from cache the pipeline layout and return a suitable set index in map. Yeah. Hi. Maybe we should try if it reproduces. I doubt that, but no reason not to try, I think. Because this is going to be very difficult. Yeah, what is this, man? Because that is the first argument. That would be that one. Doesn't even look like it. This is a realized pipeline layout on a logical device. Oh, there's a star in front of it, that's why. Okay, so the first argument is indeed that right axis type. Yeah, this should be 0 in this case. We only have one descriptor set. We have only one descriptor set hint, therefore that should be 0. And that is passed as the next argument, totally, so we can see that, I guess. Yeah, that's it, 0, yeah. So consistency there. But yeah, the information should come from there. Because the size of this object is, and this is a vector or something. Yeah, it says so, vector. It's this vector. It's a vector of set layout objects. And I think I only saw a single element. And this is the vector, and then that's the one element. So we are looking at the set layout. Where the set index int is expected to be 0. And it is. And the handle is, yeah, the descriptor set layout when it was created. So maybe I should ignore the key, even though it's already clear, and then the binding number 3 is missing. And just look at where this descriptor set layout was created and then see what went into it. So let's look at the creation of the descriptor set layout with that handle. Now it looks like to be here, and also here binding 0, 1 and 2, but no 3. So here's the actual call to create descriptor set layout. And I don't see a binding 3, so okay. And this is being called from the function realize descriptor set layout. No, let's have a look at that function. Okay, so the descriptor set layout is created with as information this, which is then printed, I guess, here. Where's my cursor? Yeah, that's the only argument here, and that is the thing that we saw before. It's also used as key. It's still just going till binding 2 and no binding 3. It is also printed. I mean, we're passing it here, or it's even printed here. Loads of duplicate information there. And that is being printed when we call that one. And I think that's where we are now, but I don't see it being printed here. Nor do I see any debug output for calling this. Wait, this is realize handle. No, this is. I want to go to that one. Yeah, I guess I can follow this. Okay, here it is printed. So I'm sure the descriptor set layout seems to be missing something. At the moment we call this. Okay, that is being called from here. So you should be able to find that back in the debug output. Alright, so here it is preprocessing the vertex shader, which then results in binding 0, 1, and 2. I guess this is binding 0 and 1 and 2. And they're all 3 uniform buffers. But I also have texture, and the texture is only used in the fragment shader. And the texture uses binding 3. Yeah, definitely missing debug output here. Would have been very, very nice if it printed here that it skipped preprocessing or something. Because let's say we don't see this function preprocess the fragment shader. And there are two possibilities. Either it's not in this list or we skipped it. In either case, preprocess 1 is being called, and then realize the descriptor set layouts. So if from here I jump back to realize the descriptor set layouts, this is line 1752. Beep. That call happens at 1813. And then preprocess 1 is being called once. And now we jump to 1183, so that's totally out of the range. So there is only one call here to preprocess 1 in this loop. But, whoops, we don't know, we don't know if it is skipped or what. I think that the most likely thing is that we skipped it because it was already compiled. And that might be happening exactly here. So that's pretty much a race condition then. Because this other thread finished compiling the fragment shader just before we got here. And now we are even still preprocessing the vertex shader. So it's not that close, but yeah, anyway, on second loop then it would skip it because it was already compiled. If I look at this code, shader cache info is compiled, then continue. So we do not call preprocess 1. Yeah, but does that make any difference? Yes, it does. I mean, that means that sort descriptor set layouts might not be filled with the correct binding number because we don't preprocess it. Yeah, so basically I think this function is not doing its task. That should give us all the information from the cache that otherwise would have been generated and needed by calling preprocess 1. So if I skip the call to preprocess 1 for the fragment channel, and then later on I get a validation error, and then this thing didn't fill in all the vectors that were needed. And then, well, yeah, I don't know what else is missing, but apparently at least this one is missing, or content that goes into this one. To make it more likely that it is indeed simply already compiled, we can check that that is the case. But I already saw that, just now, yeah. And that then would be compiled by a different pipeline factory. So I want to know which pipeline factory this is. The only thing I have is a characteristic range. I guess we can find that back. So I'm now at 1755. Type it in, even though it's very close to the 1752. We're going to look upwards for this characteristic. Well, this would be a pipeline factory, but then I have to find the continued. I don't, let's just go up. Wait, another running. We might have it here. Or rather here. Add combined image sampler, well, that would be, this is the factory then. Now I'm doing back to 1755, and now we go find upwards a compile of the fragment channel, and that would be, or at least a compile, a preprocess of it. No, actually no. Let's, was the compile, right? So this is the compile here. I think this is already enough for me. Let's see. This takes a while, so I think we just have to, compiling takes a while, so we have to scroll up till thread pool 02, or at begin compiling. Oh, that was almost immediately. It didn't take as long as I thought it would be. Now, as you see, this has the binding equals 3. And yeah, that would be for this thing here, combined image sampler. I guess I should look for the call to preprocess. Preprocess 2. It's also compiling fragment, sorry, yeah, vertex shadows, I mean, but it is IMQ. That's also a different thread. Okay, let's go up to threadball 02 again. There it is, compiling. Yeah, I'm not convinced. I'm looking for the preprocess 1 thing. Let me go back to the suppose this is the one, same thread, fragment shader. So this contains a combined image sampler, which then after preprocessing it gives us a binding 3. And now the question is which pipeline factory is this? Should be a different pipeline factory. Okay, I guess this is the characteristic. Here we have an unfinished again. That one. And indeed, that is a different pipeline factory. Okay, then the diagnosis is that one pipeline factory compiles the fragment shader, and then the other pipeline factory thinks, oh, it's already compiled, so I don't have to even preprocess it. I mean, I don't have to compile it, but I also do not even have to preprocess it, because why would I preprocess anything when I don't have to compile it, right? But in skipping the preprocessing part, it doesn't fill out the MM sorted, whatever was it? This one, sorted descriptor set layouts. So that is then incomplete and misses the binding equals 3. That then gives us the error. Now let's find out how exactly, or where exactly, sorted descriptor set layout is being updated by the call to preprocess one. Because I should maybe jump to, no, let's not do that. I think my music is too loud. Yeah. Declaration, write access type. So that could be it. Debug output, assert debug output, another write access type. More debug output, comments, read access type, comments, and another read access type. And I think one of them is just sorting, and I think that's the lower one. So let's try that. Yeah, this is just called sort. Of course, you will need to take the right access type before you start to hustle things around, but it's not really adding anything. So you're mostly interested in the other one. Realize descriptor set layouts. Slightly confused here. Also doesn't really add anything, but it might seem to update an element of this. Realize handle. This is where the stuff was missing. So I think by the time we get here, it should already been updated. So this should also not be the one then. I didn't see another what. There's 3. I missed one. So we looked at 1105 and oh, okay, I missed this one. What the hell? Now, come on, man. What is this? don't think this is it. Well, I can't find it. That's funny. Where's this updated? It kind of literally says it right here. These calls fill pipeline factory m sort descriptor set layout with arbitrary binding numbers. So that should give a hint where I should look. But then still I should be able to find it like this as well. Yeah. Okay, so I'll look there. Yeah, took all two pixels as well. Yeah, and I wanted to know where does it then. Yeah, hi there. Increment. I think it has to be done by, let's say, calls to is used in, which would be done from here then. I really cannot find it. It's a vector, so I have to use pushback. That's like 99% sure. Somewhere there is a pushback on something that represents this vector. So there is almost no way that I would not call that sort of descriptor set layouts. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oops. See, because of it's wrapped like that. So this vector is this type, it sits here, it's wrapped. There is absolutely no way that I can access this without taking an access type, creating an access type from it. And then we have two access types, a read access type and write access type, even though they are the same in this case. That is the same, and they both lock the mutex that was added here on this line. And but still, the read access type only gives us a const pointer. So then you cannot call pushback, which is not const. So the absolute only way that we can call pushback on it is when we use this type, double colon WAT. Was it not? Why is it not being used here? At the same time, sorry, the same types as in pipeline factory. I'm a logical device now. So this thing. Absolutely the only way to ever access this is by creating a what type from it. No, I did that before. What? There are 3 lines, and none of these 3 lines seem to be adding anything. So this gives us a write access. Set layout find if. That's not no write access needed. And then if it is not end, then we did find it. Insert the descriptor set layout binding. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. So yeah, this auto is hiding the access. We're finding, I guess this returns a non-const iterator if we find something. So that's our access. And this is the pushback, which was also hidden. And then it has to be resorted because something was added. I think this is the one. Okay. Hell, there's an mplaceback. I was looking for pushback. Here's mplaceback. Yeah, should have looked for that one too. This is definitely the function that updates it. Finally we found it. By now I'm gonna just trust that I'm not doing that somewhere else, because I really hated to do the same thing in two different places. So if I find one function that updates it, then that should be the only function. But yeah, I didn't really look very hard, did I? I mean, I missed this one. So I might have missed it in the other ones, other functions, places. Insert descriptor set layout binding. What does that do? So non-const set layout, it just changes the set layout element. Yeah, I think the set layout, set layout is numerated by the set index, which is always 0. So what really was missing was something that was added to this thing. So this was missing. This call is actually missing. There was an element missing from that. Whatever it is. Something with a lot of vectors. So apparently how this worked is when the set index hint could not be found, so it did not exist already, then we just add it using a constructor where we only pass a set index hint. So that would be constructor of set layout. With just a set index. So now we have the set index hint is then being set, but this thing is empty. And then immediately afterwards, we just set the set layout to the newly inserted thing, and then that's the actual call that updates the binding stuff. And then we need to resort it. Okay, now I'm getting that again. How to cache this information? Actually, I cooked today myself. I mean, like really a new dish with pasta as well. And no way you broke my record. I don't think my stomach was really large enough for this. I could make a picture, I guess. I can just put water in it and see how many liters it is. I think I ate at least 2 kilograms of pasta or something like that. Well, are you gonna eat it? If you're not absolutely not able to eat it, like no way you can eat it all at once, then you've made more than I did, because I did eat it. I put something. I went back to the kitchen 3 times, so I had like 4 plates, and that was empty. But yeah. Well, I don't think it's more than what I made then. Seriously. No. Yeah, I can't wait it. I can't wait anymore. Okay, can you make a picture? I can decide it like that. You would have to put it on Discord though. Can't paste the link here in the chat. I would go to the shop to buy something to drink because I'm thirsty and I don't have anything to drink. But I haven't shaved or something in several days, or combed my hair for that matter. I think I look absolutely terrifying, to the point that I'm afraid to go to the shop. It's kind of stupid. I should have taken a shower and washed my hair and everything today. And now I can't go to the shop because I didn't. Okay, well, now you guys know why I don't have a webcam. But yeah, I definitely want to see that picture, Little League. Well, smell maybe not. Oh wait, the stream not. But if I go to the shop, no, I never smell. You're not smelly. But my hair looks like it hasn't seen a comb in a long time. But yeah, how do I solve this? So how do I solve this? It's not a matter of simply copying, making a copy of a vector, I'm afraid. I mean, if we call preprocess, then preprocess calls this, which kind of merges the data into the sorted descriptor set layouts. So I guess I need to do a merge. I could make a copy of it and then I could just merge it. So some stuff will already exist and maybe there's something that didn't already exist. And now we can add that. I guess it is sorted and then the copy is sorted, so you can do a zip. We can do a union. What is it called like? Yeah, I guess a set union might work. You can even upload it to Discord. It has a little button for, you know, attachment stuff. Or if you upload it somewhere else, you can paste the link in the chat. Yeah. Mark Post, me? Electronics, I guess. Electronics or math or something like that. Probably electronics. That's what I was doing before I started coding. So. Yeah. Sorry, but I feel like thinking about it for a bit. So that means I might as well stop the stream. And then maybe I can still go to the shop. If I could shower in 10 minutes, I could actually go. I think I'm going to do that. I should shower anyway. I mean, that would be a good idea, I think. So, yeah. But on the other hand, I'll never be able to shower in 10 minutes. I'm going to try, though. So, I'll be back later-ish, or maybe